Itroo here. Today I'm going to be doing a short video covering on how your working force size doesn't affect your population size, but your population size does affect your working force size at times. What I mean by that is, if we have a look at one of the Honolulu houses, getting all the needs fulfilled will allow the housing to go up to its max capacity of 10 people. Which means we're going to get 10 population added to the total population. Down here, it tells us we're getting 10 working force. Again, this one here, we haven't quite fulfilled one of their needs, so we only get 8 population for this house and 8 working force. Now, there are books and items that you can place inside of a town hall that can increase your population size and working force size, and how one can affect the other, but the working force doesn't really affect population. What I mean by this is this book here increases max residency size by 30%. That means that a Obera house, which normally has a population size of 20 and given us 20 working force, now has an increased population size of 26. But the working force down at the bottom, I'm actually getting 42 extra workers. So up here in your working force section up here, I'm actually going to get an increase of 42 from this house. How? That is because of the 2 other books in here. First one increases the working force by 50%, and then the second book increases the working force by 15%. So this one increases the housing size capacity, which has a small effect on working force, and will increase your population size. These 2 will increase the working force, the numbers of workers you have available for your production bill. It will not affect your population size at all. Now, the population increasing book, this one here, increases max residency size. There are a multitude of these types of books you can put in a town hall. We do Control T and type in max residence. These are all the types of items or people you can put in a town hall to increase resident size. Some affect some of the ambassador residents, some affect scholars, and some are universal. So to keep your eyes open on what working force they actually affect. Now, increasing the actual size of the population in the house does actually have an effect on how much food they consume. If we have a look at the island's consumption rates of 2 simple things like the fried plantain, which is at 12 tons, and let's have a look at the rum, 6 tons. So again, 6 tons of rum, 12 tons fried plantain. Let's get rid of that. That's going to drop the housing size down to 20. Now, we're only consuming 5 tons of rum, and plantain has gone down to 10, where it was 12 before. That does mean we're going to lose some population up here, and we are going to lose some working force. So let's get that back in. It should mean now we can find the rum. We're back up to 6 tons and 12 tons. Whereas if we have a look at the working force increasing books, we get rid of those, we lose a lot of working force, but it doesn't affect the population. So in theory, we're still consuming the same 6 tons of rum and the 12 tons of plantain, because we've not increased the population, but we have increased the working force on the island. So using those sorts of tricks can increase the population and increase your working force in different ways. So if you want to increase working force, as I say, there's a couple of books over here that you can use. Some of them are green, some blue grade, and these ones are epic grade. Best place to get these ones are from Archibald. However, again, if you want to find some other ones, you can also find Control T and just put in workforce, and that will give you all the items you can do for working force needed. Now, there are a couple of other ways you can increase your working force as well. The two ways of doing that is through your influence points used. So if we click on the influence up here, we have a couple of tabs down here that can show how many influence points we've got spent into a category, and depending on how many points we have, will give us certain buffs. This bottom is the one we're looking at, expansion. I have 700 points of influence, which means I get 200 extra working force per island. Doesn't increase population, but it is working force. And to get the maximum number, you'd need 300 points of influence invested. The other way to get extra influence, working force into your island is something I'll cover off in another video in more detail, but you can get working force through the departmental effects of the palace. Departmental effects take effect when you have over 10,000 attractiveness in your city where your palace is. Stay tuned for another video going over all these ones. Some of these are quite powerful. If you did enjoy the video today, I do appreciate any likes on the video, and if you want to catch any further content, please hit the subscription button down below and the notification bell. You can catch me live on Twitch 6 days a week at twitch.tv/Itroo. I'll be playing mostly Anno 1800 on the Expert Plus difficulty. Thank you again. Catch you next time.